Good morning. Good morning. My name is Saurel Quettan. This is the Daily Huddle. Today's the day we speak everything business and leadership. And over the past few months, you may have been here or you may have not been here. And we have been having conversations anchored in the power of artificial intelligence and whether or not we as human beings, we as family members, business owners, leaders in large corporations will actually capitalize on AI or be left paralyzed by it or even sidelined by it. We're going to continue to sound the alarm because AI is here to stay. And myself, my co-hosts, the founder of the Daily Huddle and co-founder of the Daily Huddle, Giovanni Gonzalez, are intentional about you capitalizing on artificial intelligence. So I'm going to do three things in this episode. One, I'll introduce you to a book. Two, I'm going to open up three fundamental questions that I think everyone ought to consider. And the intention is that those questions will leave you inquiring, and those questions will leave you in action. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not even going to tell you what AI is. And I'm sounding an alarm. So I want to begin it this way. I want to summarize for you what Mustafa Suleyman wrote in his book called The Coming Wave. So listen attentively. And right after the show, do two things. One, go to YouTube and subscribe to the Daily Huddle. Two, go to Amazon and buy this book called The Coming Wave, written by Mustafa Suleyman. So here's the summary. In The Coming Wave, Mustafa Suleyman presents a comprehensive view of artificial intelligence. He emphasizes this, that artificial intelligence, known as AI, is not just a technological advancement, but a transformative force that will fundamentally alter various aspects of human life and society. According to Suleyman, AI is poised to become an integral part of our environment, influencing everything from our professional tasks to our daily decision-making processes. Now, think about it. You may not think you're using AI. If you're carrying a smartphone, it's loaded with AI apps. It's powered by artificial intelligence capabilities. Now, one core message that Suleyman conveys is that there's a dual nature to AI and its potential. On the one hand, it can drive immense progress, enabling innovations, and do so in areas like clean energy, surgery, medicine, healthcare. For instance, AI can offer on-demand expertise, solve complex problems, and provide insights with unprecedented speed. And do so accurately. And provide insights and make essential tools for the future development and problem solving as well. So this leap in cognitive potential is compared to the impact of the internet, underscoring the profound changes AI will bring to our cognitive capabilities and knowledge accessibility. Now, most of you have seen science fiction movies. One of my favorites is both Star Wars and Star Trek. In Star Trek, there's this entity called Data. Data has all the knowledge. Data has everything, but data can't feel. Data can't understand jokes. So you'll hear me say this a lot. AI may be faster than you at solving math problems, but it still needs you to tell it why the joke you just told was funny to everybody else. So while AI is not going away, neither are human beings. So the critical question we're considering here is, will you be paralyzed or sidelined, or will you jump on the bandwagon and use AI and maximize its capabilities to forward what you're up to? And there's one critical thing that we say is holding back AI and holding you back from capitalizing on it. Now, as Suleiman created in his book, he also highlights the fact that unless we human beings use what is germane to us, that we only can bring to the party, we may misuse AI, or we may not use it to its full capabilities. And that one thing, folks, is this: emotional intelligence. AI may be capable of everything, but the one thing that's going to hold it back, the one thing that's going to hold you back from maximizing its capabilities, is emotional intelligence. And our team at the Daily Huddle, specifically Giovanni, myself, we're intentional about creating for you the space where you not only understand what AI is and its capabilities, but you position yourself to capitalize on it by enhancing your own emotional intelligence. So there are a couple of things from an emotional intelligence perspective that I believe will hold us back from capitalizing on AI. How many of you, just put a 1 in the chat, pride yourselves in being smart and think maybe that if you use AI, it might be a sign that you're acknowledging that you're not smart enough? It takes a bit of emotional intelligence to go beyond myself and give the space and create the space for artificial intelligence to be a tool I use rather than something I'm competing against. AI is not here for us to compete against it. It's here to assist you. And your emotional intelligence will be the key to you maximizing its use. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything about that. I'm just going to drop that here and let you know that on the 18th of June, I'm leading a conversation that will take you in depth into the relationship between emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence. How do you enhance your emotional intelligence such that you maximize the use of AI? And what are the practical tools and the practical steps you can take to grow and expand your emotional intelligence, and not do that just for yourself, but also do that for the people who work around you? So I'm opening up this conversation. I'm inviting you to come on the 18th, and we'll post about it, to expand this conversation and begin your own journey to mastering effective communications, to enhancing your emotional intelligence, and building high-performance teams, maximizing the capabilities of AI. So I want to open up the conversation and hear your perspective through the following questions, okay? Now, think for yourself. And Gio, Jennifer, Emily, join me. Stan, join me, and begin to answer, not so much answer, but really look into the following questions. Here's the first one. How can we integrate AI in our daily lives and workflows to enhance productivity and decision-making without compromising ourselves as human beings. How can we integrate AI? Now, one of the ways that I integrate AI in my life is through Alexa. I give Alexa orders all the time. As a matter of fact, I just said her name or his name, and you'll probably hear her in the background saying, "What do you need?" That's artificial intelligence. In any moment, I can tell it to run a timer. I can tell it to play a song. And when it plays a song and I like it and I click the thumbs up, it knows that if I don't say anything else, to now find songs that are similar that I will like and play them. So the opportunity for me to discover my own life, my own likes, my own wants, my own desires get to be enhanced by AI. And unless I'm playing the game, and unless you're playing the game of on a daily basis, integrating AI in your daily life, I don't know. I hate saying it this way, but there is the potential of a bunch of people becoming second-class citizens if we do not use AI and if we do not integrate it in our lives. So I want to open it up. Raise your hand and begin to speculate. How can you integrate AI in your daily lives? Or ask any question you may want regarding AI and emotional intelligence. Stan, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Saurel. Good morning, Daily Huddle family. One of the things I feel that I can do, first of all, is not to be, the first thing I can do is not to be closed-minded to a tool that is going to be so very, very vital and important in our everyday conducting of business and living just as a whole, that I say I'm not going to use that tool. It would be kind of equivalent to anybody right now who's not using a computer at all in any sense. That means, which means they're not even using their smartphone, right? And it's saying, I'm not using that, that's a tool of the devil and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. It's like, it's not going away. So we need, all it's going to do is get greater and greater. So I want to know how to use it and learn how to use it to be more effective in my relationship with, how can it help me join closer to people? How can it help me to do my work in a way that frees me up to be more available to people, to be more available to them, and for them to be more available to me? Not for it to make me for it to do all of my thinking and to deplete me in my thinking capacity, but to free me up to be even more that I can be without having to worry about the details of some of these things that something else can take care of.
Absolutely, Stan. You've got it. Now, are you going to take that action today to integrate AI in your life? I want to make a suggestion. People out there, if you do not have a ChatGPT account,
and I do,
go create one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a free account on OpenAI.
And that's what I have.
That uses ChatGPT-4. ChatGPT-4 is based on a large learning language model. And that model is capable of doing everything and anything. As a matter of fact, I didn't tell you that purposefully, but I'm telling you that now, Stan. The summary of the book that I read was generated this way out of my OpenAI account. I said to the OpenAI, answer this question, which is, what is AI? From Mustafa Solomon's book, In the Coming Wave. Just summarize what he says. Well, OpenAI, for the account I have, searched 3 sites, reviewed the book, and created the summary. Now, that doesn't relieve me from reading the book if I'm interested. I did. I bought the book. But now, you're right, Stan. I can use, as someone who is practicing being emotionally intelligent and expanding my own, I'm not worried about OpenAI or ChatGPT competing against me. I'm more concerned about enhancing my own capacity to use it effectively. And it's going to take a great deal of emotional intelligence to muster that up. Thank you so much, Stan. Giovanni, come on in, brother. How are you?
Hey, I'm going to get to a place where I can put my video. So, the conversation is driving me in two directions, right?
Yeah.
And I like the challenge that the conversation brings to me. In some aspect, it's confronting, right? Like, I don't even want to be in this call anymore. I don't like you anymore. I liked you until today, you know, because and obviously it's nothing you're saying or anything you are. It's something I'm confronting myself, or what's confronting me in the conversation is I have it for myself that in some degree AI gets in the way of strengthening relationships, and it is hypnotizing people in a really pragmatic and sneaky way. It's hypnotizing people from exercising thinking. And thinking is like going to the gym. It takes something. It is painful. It uses energy. So as much as I don't like going to the gym, people don't like to think. And so in my way of dealing with AI is like, oh my God, this is going to create a massive amount of stupid people in the world, you know, and we already have a significant amount of people who refuse to read, refuse to take responsibility for their own growth and development, but not because they're not committed to their lives, is because technology and we have so many ways to not anymore exert effort for enhancing the quality of our life, that we just have become hypnotized by all of it, and now we're just dumb. Now, and so I see humanity in this direction of being doomed in some way. It's like social media and the impact of screen time to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
No amount of social media or screen time of the brain is going to make your brain better. So that's one aspect that's confronting me.
Yeah, and it should confront you, Giovanni.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to say one more thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, this is going to help businesses, but not humanity. Because now here's the other aspect. I use AI in my business, and I use AI to impact the work I do, and it has dramatically improved my effectiveness everywhere I am. And so at the same time, I am like really enjoying the evolution of the possibility of a third mind. And it's not only impacting me, it's also impacting the people that I work with, and it's impacting all their work. And we have enhanced who we are from one day to the next in every direction. So it's also in this phenomenal tool And so I'm right in the middle. Now I do love what Stan was pointing to. I want to make sure, I want to find a way. I want to put a rope on my neck to make sure that I continue to do the work to strengthen the relationships I have in my life. Because I don't think AI is going to help on that. And I think that's the blind spot. So anyway, you got me all wrapped up.
Oh, no, and this is exactly what this conversation does, right? On the one hand, Gio, I'm going to attempt. I know you hate it when I do this. Like I'm going to attempt to tell a joke. See, now AI wouldn't get.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm only
AI,
kidding.
I want you guys to get that AI wouldn't get that. But I guarantee you what you just said, what Stan just said, the first person who had a hammer in her hand said the same thing.
No.
It's true.
That.
So true.
No,
so true.
Saurel, you just diminished everything I just said. No, and it's not funny. It's not a joke. No, it's not at all.
Now, pause for a moment. And I want you guys to now consider
That
this.
is a terrible joke. I'm sorry, man. You have to confront my upset by you saying that. Sorry, man. This is not me. First time looking at a hammer. I'm not a guy in the diner in human being behavior. I see what's happening. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for accepting my drama here.
Gio and Stan and everybody, thank you for engaging this way. And I want you to now consider this next question because what you're talking about points to it. And the next question is, what skills and knowledge do we need to develop to effectively collaborate with AI technologies? And how can we foster a culture of continuous learning and adaptability?
Wait. I got something to say.
Yes.
I just got something, Saurel.
What'd you get?
When you said your joke, I felt diminished by you.
AI wouldn't feel that way.
Hold on. I did not like it, right?
Yeah.
And I expressed it.
Yeah.
AI cannot give you access to have emotional intelligence to recreate me. Neither AI can give me access to appreciate you in this very moment. This is what emotional intelligence is.
Yeah.
Like I got triggered, right? I really got triggered, but then I just got like, wow, what am I being triggered about? Let it go. How silly am I being? And all that is the world of emotional intelligence. And I just got that, by the way. I just got those two contexts alive right now in this conversation. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh man, I love that, Giovanni. This is
my drama, Saurel. I just wanted to say,
that.
I want to apologize for my drama.
No, I love it. You are creating the perfect juxtaposition of what it is to be a human being and what it is to be artificial intelligence.
And have emotional intelligence.
Exactly. I mean, I can now say for sure, and I will be proven wrong, and I'll love it, that there isn't on the face of the planet yet an artificial intelligence machine that's capable of expressing what you just expressed or feeling what you just felt.
Or giving me the access to turn it around and create affinity and love right at that moment. By the way, Manisha just heard this whole thing and she wants to say something. You want to say something?
Good morning. Don't worry, I'll be nice.
Good morning, Manisha.
So just one thing that I have been thinking about with the whole AI thing, and it also comes from just a progression from what we see on the internet, right? The access to resources on the internet. So in the medical world, when I went to medical school, at the beginning of every semester, like any graduate degree, they gave you a list of books you had to buy, right? And every book is $300 and you're all going crazy at the beginning. Let me find a used book. Let me put a cover on this book. Well, now, and I don't know when this shifted because I went to medical school a long time ago. But now, when students go to medical school, no one asks them to buy books. And nobody reads the book from cover to cover. And yes, those books were thousands of pages, but we read multiple of them. And I have them all downstairs. And so I get these pre-med students calling me once they get into medical school saying I'm having a really hard time because there's all these resources on the internet, flashcards or PDFs, and the education has become very disjointed because they're flooded with all of these resources. So people aren't reading textbooks and then generating their own PDFs. They're just going and getting PDFs. Now AI is making this even worse because now you can ask AI a question and it gives you the answer to the question, but it leaves out the complete context. It leaves out how the body normally works, and then it leaves out how the body goes wrong, and then it leaves out the whole progression of how you got to the answer. So then these kids are taking these tests to get out of medical, to get their medical degree based on flashcards, which is one question and one line answer. And then they come and they're residents and they cannot think. And so then they have a patient in front of them that doesn't give you the whole picture. And you have to be able to play with the context and play with all of the information that you supposedly learned when you read the textbook. They don't have the ability to do that. So as much as, and that's just medical school, but I know what's happening even in high school is that these kids are Googling or using AI to write their essays, right? And it's really watering down the education. And it's watering down the personal intelligence because of this artificial intelligence. So I resist a lot of that. And I think about that too. If I don't let my daughter use an iPad, if I don't let her figure out how to search the internet, what's going to happen? But I'm not so sure that I think AI is helping maybe our generation and the generation ahead because we actually learned the proper way to get where we are. But too much of AI too soon is going to take away the ability of people to reason and think. And then use the information that they have learned to figure out the answer as opposed to just get to the answer. Because the most important part of everything we do is how did we get to the answer, not what is the
answer. Yeah.
Thought about AI.
Thank you for expressing that, Manisha. Stay here for a second. And,
great point.
You may not answer this question, but you are posing it. And I'll say it again. The challenge we have is to use AI in a way that enhances us. And you pointed to it. You said, hey, maybe AI is helping our generation. Because we're thinking critically and we have the capacity to ask a question or formulate a context for an AI chat and get something. And then we've got knowledge in the background from the work we've done, from the work you've done, to assimilate and synthesize something and even challenge the AI, right? So there is this challenge that we have as a society, that we have individually as leaders, to actually create the space where people can build the skills, accumulate the knowledge they need to become effective collaborators with AI technologies. It's not going away.
No, it's not going away. However, I think where my mind is taking me is that as a society, we have already failed at our ability to use these large, vast of internet knowledge. It's already proving that we're failing as we are becoming more complex in our ability to obtain information. Because I see how now having a child in elementary school and seeing, Stefano in high school, and then seeing kids in undergrad and seeing kids in graduate school, that we are not effectively using this technology to learn. And again, this is in my opinion. In my opinion, if you're not reading a textbook from cover to cover to understand and build on the daily knowledge, then you have too much access to too many resources. Even now, for the first time in 12 years, I'm having to take care of children. And so I'm having to relearn the pathology of and how to treat certain childhood diseases. What is the first thing I did? I asked the doctors, the pediatricians who are in their 40s and 50s, which textbook should I buy? And they told me which textbook. You know, I couldn't find one that was new. I had to buy one where the cover is falling off. Because, yeah, there might be a PDF out there, but we're already failing that. You can find 35 websites that tell you how to treat it, but what is the point of having that much out there on the same topic? Why are we not just using a textbook? So I feel like we're already failing the younger generations with the internet, and now teaching them how to use AI. I'm not so sure we're going to get smarter kids.
Well, that's the conundrum, and I think it's going to be cool for me to play the devil's advocate and continue to stand on the side that we as a human race are absolutely marvelous. And AI was created by the one himself or herself so that we may get in touch with who we really are. So I'll leave all of you with this question and this request, maybe. Go get a textbook. And that textbook right now is called The Coming Wave. It is the book that Mustafa Suleyman wrote about AI itself, its impact on humanity, its impact on the world, its impact on technology, how fast it's growing. And while it doesn't provide the answer to the question, what skills and knowledge do you need to develop to effectively collaborate with AI? It poses the question in such a way, and, you know, take Manisha's word for it. Read that book cover to cover to prepare yourself for this coming wave, because it's not going anywhere. Gio, it's 34 after. I want to give you the last word, brother.
Well, thank you for giving me the last word. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you, Saurel. And thank you, all of you, for entertaining the possibility of this conversation. I want to say that the juxtaposition, like you said, for this conversation was beautiful. One, in your stand to discover the future in today's conversation as something to embrace and build and evolve my life and those around me, while also addressing what Manisha was pointing to, that perhaps more is not better, and allowing the space to hold those two views together, right, as both considerable and both right, is what, in my worldview, emotional intelligence. And I think that this call gives access to both worlds. And I think it's that whatever possibility artificial intelligence is going to be, will be handicapped by our incapacity to bring emotional intelligence to the debate.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say.
That is perfect. And, and my capacity to bring emotional intelligence to the debate also requires my willingness to practice having emotional intelligence in such a way that while I may be tempted, I never succumb to actually relinquishing my own thinking to a machine. And that's the battle people face. Relinquishing your own thinking to a machine. Relinquishing the teaching of your children to a machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm facing now.
Yeah. Well, folks, it's always an amazing conversation. Sue, Emily, Jennifer, thank you for being here. Lizette, thank you for creating the space for us to have this conversation. Ronald and Stan and Cece and Rashida, thank you for being in the conversation. This is your Daily Huddle for today, Friday, the 7th. The year 2024, we're here every day. Go to YouTube and find the Daily Huddle and subscribe and listen to the Daily Huddle every day, because every day has a specific angle, from money to communication and relationship to health and wellness to spiritual matters and to today, business and leadership. It's designed to enrich your life. It's designed to give you the space to enrich others. Invite your folks. And as always, love, eat mostly plant-based, stress less, sleep and rest, have a great life, give, move, check yourself, and last but not least, love again. My name is Saurel Quettan. I'm the co-founder of the Daily Huddle. Giovanni Gonzalez is my business partner and my friend. He loves you more, and I love you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you bright and early on Monday.
Peace, peace.
Gio,
Love this conversation. Love it.
Is that a
One love,
painting?
guys. One love.
Gio, is that a painting?
Thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Gio, come back.
Ron.